and welcome to your reading for April 2021. Okie dokie. So, listen, there's some stuff going on. So, basically you're wearing yourself out is the big thing about this month, but let's just start at the beginning and move forward. So, I remember we talked about relationships last month and how there was a new one coming in and how it could possibly end. Now, if that is the case for you, Leo, and you're single and you're kind of, seeing what's out there, then there is sort of someone else coming in as well in April. So that is interesting. If you did actually go through with that little breakup at the end of last month, that kind of little romance and breakup, then there's another romance coming in for you this month as well. So that's good. The problem is that you're overdoing everything. So I've got the Devil card in here and I have my Four of Swords, which means that you're kind of overdoing everything. So you're wearing yourself out. This is you wearing yourself out. It's giving 110% to other people, relationships and things like that. So honestly, this is a month, Leo, for you where I'd probably prefer for you to step back a little bit from overdoing everything. So you're giving to everybody else around you, to your work, to your friends, to these relationships. You're just wearing yourself out. You've spread yourself too thin and you're basically coming to the end of the road when it comes to your fatigue situation is getting out of control. So I would suggest, Leo, that if you don't sort of cut back a little bit on maybe catching up with people or putting all this effort into work, and like I know I appreciate that that's what you're doing and I admire you for that. That's great, but there comes a point where you have to sort of stop and reassess and think, is this good for me and my physical body? Because your physical body is my big priority in April for you, Leo. So it looks like I am stressed out, and you've got a really good way, of pretending you're not stressed when you really are stressed. So you're really good at putting on that brave face and pushing the stress down. And what happens when we put on a brave face and push the stress down is that then it will re-emerge somewhere else in our body physically and we get sick. And you're also really not sleeping well because you're overthinking everything as well. So I've got that thoughts of you, what's happening with that relationship? Oh my God, what's happening at work? What are my friends saying over there? Who's that? What are they doing? Like, honestly, it's like you're thinking about way too many things, and you might even be making things up in your head that don't even exist. And then you start worrying about those things too. Okay, so that's the big sort of kicker, Leo, for you this month. Now, apart from that, it's actually pretty good. So I made that sound really dramatic, I know, but it's actually, if we can avoid you getting so unwell or worn out, this is actually a good spread, because I do have you with your friendships here. I've got this nice little romance trickling in again. So singles, you have another chance at romance again this month, which is really nice. People that are married and in relationships, there's another point here of reignited romance in your relationships, and that all happens in the early stages of April, in the first week of April. And again, as I move through to the middle of April, that's when you're kind of falling apart physically and you're starting to not be able to cope with everything because you are too stressed out and you're not sleeping and you're tired. That is in the middle of the month, so I've already touched on that. Now let's go to the end of the month, because the end of the month is when I've got some really big changes coming for you. So again, I've got the Death card in your spread, but I also have my Ace of Rods, so new beginnings here, and then my Two of Swords. So this is quite, there's a lot of movement in these three cards. So as I see things sort of coming to a natural ending with my Death card, there's movement. So both of these cards are moving away from everything and moving on to a different way and a different way of living, which almost looks like you've been thinking about this. So have you been thinking about moving or going on a trip to the water? Because there's something going on here about the water, but definitely moving or holidaying or taking trips or something like that at the end of April, start of May. That would be the optimum time for you to do that, because honestly, I think you need it. I think you need a bit of a break. You seem to have been running yourself a little bit ragged, and I know you've had lots of drama in the past, and I know the drama has sort of calmed down, but it's almost like, you know how we just get through when there's a lot of drama and stuff going on, and we just sort of push ourselves through, and then when the drama kind of dissipates or the stress dissipates, we fall apart a little bit. That's kind of what I think is happening in this spread for you, Leo. So the big kick for you this month is to look after yourself, look after your body, listen to what your body is telling you. Our body tells us everything we need to know. It's just that we're a bit silly and we don't listen. So for you, it's about resting, not overthinking everything, pulling back a little bit and giving to yourself a little bit more than you're giving to everybody else. Apart from that, this is a really good spread. Good luck with that little romance that I see in there for you as well, and I'll see you next month. Okay, bye-bye.